my name is Jacob Shea. I'm one of the co-founders of SmartPhage along with Job. So we got interested in kind of this field because of one big problem, which is, so in September of last year, a grandmother in Nevada died from an infection she got after she broke her leg. The interesting thing, and quite frightening thing about this infection is that previously, she had all the best treatments, she had the best insurance, all the doctors did all the right things. The only issue is that it was resistant to all 26 forms of antibiotics that we have available. And this is the world we live in today. So all the infections that we currently have, and that previously were easily treatable, are no longer treatable. And this isn't something that's looming off in the future, this is now. So in 2015, 53,000 people died from antibiotic-resistant related infections, which is 12,000 more than HIV at its peak. And the solution isn't going to come from kind of the current antibiotic developers, because broad-spectrum antibiotic production is vastly unprofitable. You will not make money if you try to produce an antibiotic. And as a result, the UK government is estimating that 300 million people will be dead as a result of this by 2050. So this is quite frightening. Luckily, there's a little bit of hope, even a lot of bit of hope, which is bacteriophage. So bacteriophage are these viruses. They look kind of like little moonlanders. And they've co-evolved with bacteria to kind of use bacteria as a host to replicate. And so they've gotten really, really good at killing specific strains of bacteria. So for every species of bacteria out there, there are 100 plus species of phage specifically targeting them. So what we're doing at SmartPhage is modernizing this process. So in order for a phage to be effective, you actually have to know what infection is causing the disease, which for a lot of diseases, we simply don't know yet. So we're starting with metagenomic sequencing, which is sequencing your entire microbiome. So all the bacteria and funguses on your face that everyone has, which are some of them good, some of them are bad, we sequence those. And then we use software to determine, these are the good ones, these are the bad ones. What do we have to do to kind of get rid of the bad and get rid of the good? And then we automate the process of finding the phage, which is equivalent to finding a needle in a needle stack. So finding that correct needle, pairing it up with the correct disease, is how we get the improved patient outcomes. And then in addition to this, we can then take that patient outcome, feed it back into the model so that we're constantly evolving, constantly adapting to new infections as resistance evolves. Because you can't fight evolution. You can only, yeah. So our first target is actually resistant acne. And this is because everyone suffers from acne. 50% of adults continue to suffer from acne as an adult. It's not a childhood illness, and it doesn't go away. But frighteningly, 68% of people 68% of people's acne are resistant to antibiotics. So it doesn't matter if you go to the dermatologist and take an antibiotic, you will continue to have acne. We've wanted to focus on this because if you go to the doctor, take the antibiotic, you're now kind of promoting resistance in all the other strains. So one of the biggest, perpetrators of this continued resistance is actually these cosmetic uses of dermatology. We're the right team to do it. So I've experienced starting companies as program director at IndieBio. Job has vast amounts of experience in different labs and is a bioengineering master's here at Berkeley. And Nathan is a world-leading expert in Bacteriophage. Issei was formerly the scientific brand manager at Shishido, which is a massive Japanese cosmetics company. And we have some great advisors, Jeff, who's kind of the core behind the technology, Josh, who's started up a number of biotech companies, and then Tom, who's a former president of Exxon Materials and now director. And so I kind of buried the lead. So we've done a little bit of human testing, and we've solved it. So the one on the left is the control. The one on the right is our phage product. And I don't know if you can see from this photos, but you can see there's no acne here, which pretty much speaks for itself. And in order to take it to market, we're deciding to, rather than go the FDA route, we're going direct to consumers. And this is because this is where the majority of people get their acne treatments. 80% of people get it from consumers, or get it direct. Yeah. And so this is a massive market, and because we're effective as antibiotics, we're able to penetrate both, or capture both prescription and over-the-counter sales. And another beauty of being a direct-to-consumer brand is 80% of the margin comes to us. So this is what we've done so far. We've essentially done everything we need to take it to the market. So we're currently fundraising in order to do a larger substantiation trial that we need to kind of make our marketing claims and manufacture. And the plan is to take it to consumers in 2018. And the important thing to remember is we're not developing just a single product. We're developing a platform which is species agnostic and is able to be used for any number of infections. Thank you.